What's up? What it do? What's popping, everybody, man? It's Ricky TooEasy tapping in with yet another reaction video. Now I know I haven't been as consistent as I would want to be. That's because I was troubleshooting with the gaming side of this channel, right? So as you know, I had started the series of Star Wars Jedi: The Fallen Order gameplay, right? And so I did part one, part two, part three. I think all the way to like part 6 or 7. And throughout that series, I was already struggling with one, the webcam getting faulty, two, the audio kind of going in and out. So I decided to erase that whole gameplay. And just for full disclosure, I will restart it again. Now it does help because now I know kind of what path to take, so you guys could take it a little easier and it won't be so painful. But anyway, that's gonna be the game portion of this channel. This is the reaction portion right now, man. And today we're gonna be reacting to another Latino artist named PHORA. Now I mentioned PHORA in my past video when I reacted to CNG, right? And one of the people that commented on that particular video, his name is Don't Trip on YouTube. Generic, I know, but shout out to you, man, for commenting. Told me to react to this video for Gotta Move On, right? So without further ado, man, here we go. For Gotta Move On.
I know it ain't easy, hey, hey, yeah, but we gotta move on. I know it gets stressful, hey, hey, yeah, but we gotta stay strong.
Now this is kind of the exact thing that I was referring to last time, where there's somebody in the hood, generic white tee, kind of coming through and then sharing his piece of the story. Right now he's saying, "I know it ain't easy, hey," but to me that's kind of the same scenario. So we're gonna keep on going.
Don't let them treat you less than, hey, hey, yeah, every time you do wrong, nah, just move on, hey, hey, nigga, it's a cold world, and I ain't rocking no J's, I got
Now my man's for us. He uses the N word a lot. I wouldn't say a lot, because he just started, right? But I think when I started rapping, I would use it a lot. And not that I condone it. I think that is a way to express yourself. But you also got to be conscious of the root of the word, right? And kind of the history and how it offends other people. So I personally stopped using it, just for the sake of not offending anybody, right? Because first of all, I wasn't saying it to be offensive. That was just kind of the word that people in East Oakland use, right? To kind of just communicate, right? But I got to understand that that's not my place. And I got to be aware enough to know that it's going to offend somebody in the long run, or a lot of people in the long run. And so, just got to be conscious of what comes with that as well. But respect to everybody that feel both ways about the word, right? Let's go.
hoes in my socks, checking my pockets for change. Look, I wish my life was different, and if I could go back in time, I would change 90% of my decisions. But I never like to listen to any advice that's given, and I guess that's the reason why I live the life I'm living. I hate that I'm my family's shame, the black sheep. I found myself the day insanity came.
And I remember listening to this song and I resonated with that part. Where, let me see.
And if I could go back in time,
If I could go back in time, I would change the 90% of my decisions.
90% of my decisions, but I never like to listen to any advice that's given, and I guess that's the reason why I live the life I'm living. I hate that I'm my family's shame, the black sheep. I found myself the day insanity came.
That part where you feel like the black sheep because you're kind of going through the motions of living in a world where it's just messed up. It's a lot of injustice. It's a lot of pressure on young men, young people of color, to be something, right? To portray to be something, to try to make it out, to try to hold their families up, simultaneously as you're growing up as a young man, And I think that living in places like Mexico or Latin America, or I'm from Mexico, so living in places like that, I think that it's easier because you have your family, you have your support system, you kind of have a foundation to build on. Once you come to this country, and this is my experience, once you come to this country, man, it's kind of like the foundation you're trying to find, right? You're trying to find your place in society that doesn't accept you for what you are, how you look, or how you talk. And then you still have to make your family proud through all of that. So it's a lot of pressure on young men, and a lot of us end up self-destroying, right? And like engaging in self-destructive tendencies and activities that could potentially harm us in the long run. Not only us, but our families too, right?
But is life worth dealing with the damage and pain, which I brought upon myself since someone has to be blamed? And I don't joke about my death, but sometimes I wanna put a rope around my neck and let it choke me out to rest, so I can speed up the process, cause I know I'm probably next.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about, man. Like all that pressure sometimes feels like it's unfathomable. You can't fathom. It's something that like a lot of times breaks us, right, in the inside and in the outside, right? And so it's just a lot of pressure that this society puts on young men of color, especially that look like my man Forrest right here, long teeth. I used to wear that, hat, snapbacks. I used to wear that. They wear Chucks, and Cortez is down in L.A., and I believe he's from L.A. Over here, we was wearing the the Jordans. We were wearing the Air Forces, right? But tattoos, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't that be nice? And the devil caught me slipping once. I ain't even gonna front, but I pray to the man above, he doesn't catch me twice. And lately I'm having nightmares, I'm tossing and turning. When I sleep I dream of genocide, slaughterings, burnings, but I just can't point out the message that my thoughts are preserving. I just know I'm right with God, and I'm certain that he'll guide me through my trials and my tribulations. Bow my head and pray, and that's my rehabilitation. That he'll guide me through my trials and my tribulations. Bow my head and pray, and that's my rehabilitation. That's my rehabilitation.
Now, I want you guys to pay attention to that. And I'm sorry I'm pausing it too much. It's already 7 minutes. I'm talking way too much. We're going to keep on going. But this is the part that gives me the most chills.
And lately I'm having nightmares, I'm tossing and turning. When I sleep I dream of genocide, slaughterings, burnings, but I just can't point out the message that my thoughts are preserving. I just know I'm right with God, and I'm certain that he'll guide me through my trials and my tribulations. Bow my head and pray, and that's my rehabilitation. That he'll guide me through my trials and my tribulations. Bow my head and pray, and that's my rehabilitation. That's my rehabilitation. I know it ain't easy, hey, yeah, but we gotta move on. I know.
Man, this song, I'm kind of shaking right now, and it gives me chills because this song got me through a lot when I was growing up, man. It's simply just by hearing. I know it ain't easy, hey, but we gotta stay strong, man. It definitely, music is so powerful, man. This is one piece of music, man, that I think a lot of people could resonate and get something out of.
Oh, it gets stressful, hey, yeah, but we gotta stay strong. Don't let them treat you less than, hey, yeah. Every time you do wrong, nah, just move on, hey, just move on.
And look, my man over there dapping it up with the OGs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, a lot of people look at the OGs as like bigger, like older brothers and sisters, or older brothers, or pop figure or whatnot. But nowadays, man, the OGs, there's not too many OGs around, and so the youngins are just kind of running wild, kind of just trying to prove a point to a lot of people, and therefore the violence just kind of has been, being on the ups and ups, man, because people don't have any structure. People that already don't have structure can't find the structure in the streets, so all they find is drugs, guns, alcohol, and more violence, and I think a lot of people are falling through the cracks because of that. Not that they wasn't falling before, but I feel like we are seeing an amplified kind of vicious cycle nowadays, right?
To my people in the struggle, keep moving, never give up, be you, try not to lose it. I know it's hard not to, I'm speaking from experience. Think of the things you got, dude, not of the shit you didn't get. God gave you life, don't take it for granted, but it's hard to appreciate something so fucking demanding. Always gotta give and you never get in return. Numb to the pain, but I still think I'm feeling the burn.
And this is what I'm talking about, man. Though that anger inside, that pressure, that emptiness inside could lead you into the road where you're gonna want to try to hurt somebody else. You're gonna try to make somebody else feel the same emptiness and pain that you're feeling, and that's what I mean about a cycle. And that's what this a proverb. Like, yeah, this is not a proverb, but people say this a lot in healing circles. Hurt people hurt people. So once you start identifying who you are and and what hurts you and what kind of traumas you're going through, you can move to the next level, next step, and try to heal so that you don't hurt somebody else in the future, and you break the cycle that way.
Word to the father, taking care of their daughter or son. Let's make a change, but we can't stop till the problem is done. 14 can't even spell his own name, but he got something to prove, cause an OG got him a gun. Now we killing for him. The devil in disguise, ain't no dealing with sin. Your death is your demise, I know you feel it within. You gon' feel it inside you once that bullet hits. Dead on arrival, nigga. Now we killing for him. The devil in disguise, ain't no dealing with sin. Your death is your demise, I know you feel it within. You gon' feel it inside you once that bullet hits. Dead on arrival, nigga. I know it ain't easy.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna compare it to CNG, but this, I don't know. I think PHORA is just deep in a deeper level, right? Like, I think that he's able to step back and observe what he got going around him and be able to put a story together. I think that CNG, I think he's getting there. I'm not gonna say that he's not there, but PHORA is just like deep that way, and a lot of his music, he's just, you could feel it in his heart, man. Like, he's not trying to be there for the violence, but I think he was a person that got influenced and led astray in the wrong path, or had to make decisions because he was placed in a position where he had to make those decisions, and so I don't know, man. PHORA just, kind of resonates with me a little more than what the other song had going on. But I haven't heard the collection of all CNG, so we got that going.
Easy, hey, hey, yeah, but we gotta move on. I know it gets stressful, hey, hey, yeah, but we gotta stay strong. Don't let them treat you less than, hey, hey, yeah, every time you do wrong, nah, just move on, hey, hey, just move on.
Now, this scene, just pay attention to this scene, man. And I love the beat, man. I think the beat just killed it. Look, my man, that's a rosary. He, it obviously looked like he's concealing something here. Mom is like, what's going on? And that's what I'm always saying, man. Music is so powerful, man. I think a lot of people you could bring different types of powers, right, with music. And that sounds kind of weird. You could bring good energy into the world, or you could bring kind of toxic and negative energy into the world. Now, a lot of us are going through stuff, right? And we feel like, man, sometimes I just need to get it out. But you could try to paint it in a way where, like, look, I'm going through this, don't make that mistake. Or you could try to paint it as like, oh, this is cool, this is what I'm living, and I'm try to make the most out of it, which I don't completely disagree with. But I think at the end of the day, we need to pay attention to who we're influencing, and understand that, man, you might not think that your little cousin, little brother, little sister may listen to whatever you putting on in the music, but eventually your son, your daughter, maybe their kids may listen to this. And I know it sounds so far-fetched, man, but I think about, like, Tupac, for example. If he had a kid and he never actually got to see him and meet him, his kid has that collection of music that he could listen back to and learn from, like, how to be a man, how to deal with the streets, how to treat a woman, right? And then there was also the reckless side of it, which is also true, and it's so important in life, right? We need to be able how to balance. We need to be able how to know how to balance um, the negatives, the positives, and just kind of keep a balance in life, right? But always strive to like learn more and be respectful to everything around us, really. I think that I take that a lot from Tupac, and I'm nowhere near as conscious as he is. But I think I have lived enough to understand that like music is super powerful, and a lot of people are influenced by music every day. So, anyways, man, I know I got deep into that. I love this particular song, man. Shout out, Don't Trip. Again, man, thank you so much for making me react to this. I try to react to new music, but this is, I think, worth reacting to, man. And so hopefully you're able to learn something from it. You're able to even just get introduced to this song so that it could help you in your bad days. All right. Anyways, man, it's Ricky TooEasy tapping out, man. I'll see you guys. I'm gonna record a couple of them today, man. So I'll see you in a bit. Let's go.